Good morning, student. In our grammar, our 18th chapter's name is simple past tense here. So, what is tense? Once again, what is tense? So, tense means time. Whatever we do the work that is related to the times here. So, tense help us to understand the sentence is in which tense here. So here we have to learn today here the simple past tense here. The uses of simple past tense here. We see the definition here. The first, the tense that tell us that the action had done in the past is called simple past tense here. Once again, the tense that tell us that the action had done in the past is called simple past tense here. So we can say that here the action is done in the past. The work is already over. We have completed the work that to show here. To show our work is finished here. So we can use here simple past tense. Either before we speak here, during the times of speaking, the work is already finished here. So therefore, we use the simple past tense here. We see here the formula is given here. So we have to use initially the sentence beginning with subject here. Subject means noun or pronoun here. We can write the names of birds, animal, person, place, then pronoun I, we, you, they, he, she, it. So we have to write the first subject. Then here for the past tense we have to use past forms of verb here. The second position is verb. But here remember it carefully. We have to write the past forms of the verb. Then third position is object here. Then OW it means other word. Then we have to put full stop at the last here. Remember one thing carefully, whatever the changes occurred here, we have to change in a verb here because verb help us to understand the tense here. So we have to do the changing here in a verb. So remember in a simple past tense we have to write the past forms of the verb here. Then here some given here verb here like first person singular here. If we want to say here first person singular, so we can say that I is a subject here, and for we have to use the past forms of the verb right to change into wrote here. So I is a first person singular. I think speaker is a first person here, and if more than one people is speaker here, so first person plural we are using, and WEV is a first person plural word. But for all, we have to write the second forms of the verb past verb here. So write change into wrote here. Then second person is listener here. Either one person is listener, so we have to use you, and second person plural is there. Although we have to use you for the second person. For all the past verbs we have to use here for each and every subject. Past tense here, simple past tense we have to use the past forms of the verb here. Then third person here, speaker and listener. Speaker and listener, they are talking about the third person here. So either masculine is there, so we have to use he. Then feminine gender is there, we have to use she pronoun. Then birds, animals, and non-living thing is there, so we have to use it here. So he, she, it are so here third person singular here. For each and every subject we have to use past forms of the verb here. Then third person plural, we are talking about more than one people are there here. Here the speaker and the listener, they are talking for the third person, and they are in more in number, so we have to use they as a pronoun here, as a subject here, and we have to use wrought here. So we can say that either whatever the subject is there, either singular is there, plural is there, first person, second person, or third person is there. But here we have to use the second forms of the verb. Verb is most important, and for the simple past tense we have to use the past forms of the verb here. Some verb are given here. How we are changing here. Like a present forms of the verb is given here. Like we can say that if speak is given here, so speak is there, speak change into spoke here in a past forms of the verb. It is here in a present form, it change into ate in a past form. Come is here, so come change into came. Then fly is there, so fly change into flew here. Then go is here, go change into went in a past verb here. Sit change into sat in a past form. Leave change into left in a past form. Hide change into hid, we have to remove e at the last. Then get change into got. Then sing change into sang here. Then drink change into drank here. So we have to utilize here the past forms of the verb, how it change occurred. Like help is there, so we have to added ed helped. Then paint is given here, paint change into painted here. Then make change into made. Then meet change into met, we have to remove one e here. Then choose is there, we have to remove one o, then it became chose in a past form here. Feed change into fed here. So we have total 2500 verbs are there here, but whatever we are utilized to utilize the verb, we have to remember or by heart the verb that are more important to us here in our life here. So how to change or what is the past forms of the present forms of the verb, we have to by heart these things here. Some keyword is given here, like we can say that yesterday, last night, before, long ago, then last Sunday, once upon a time. Such a keywords are help us to understand the sentence that are we have to use at the end of the sentence. Like most probably before or yesterday or last night, last week, last month, last year, we are utilize here such a word, that keyword that help us to understand the sentence is in simple past tense here. Then important notes is given here, like we can say that simple past tense, so that action had done in the past year. It means the work is already finished, whatever the action, whatever we are speaking here now, during the times of speaking the work is already finished. So we use here the simple past tense, that work is already finished in the past here. Like example given here, we can say that here 10 example is here. So we see the first example, like I is subject here and play, it means play cricket yesterday. So yesterday is also given here, and past forms of the verb play change into played in a simple past tense here. Then second example, we took lunch together. So here take change into took in a simple past tense here is given here. Then third sentence, you made noise in the class. So make here is given here, made here. Make change into made in a simple past tense. Remember it carefully, the structure, the formula is most important here. They is a subject, then spend is a verb, second position is a verb, then night in the desert here. It means object and other words, and last full stop is given here. So here spend change into spent here. Then he ate pizza yesterday. So here eat change into ate in a past tense here. Then she bought grapes here. So by change into bought in a simple past tense. Then eat flew very high. So fly change into flew in a simple past tense. Then Mona came from Canada last week here. So come change into came here. Remember it carefully what I say, that here whatever the changes occur here, we have to change in a verb. Like the monkeys chattered joyfully here. So monkey is a subject, then verb, second position is verb chattered. So chatter change into chattered, then the other words, and last we have to put the full stop here. Then 10 example is here. Tom is a subject, then painted, paint change into painted in a past forms of the verb, then the fence is object, and last we have to put the full stop here for the assertive sentence. So we can say that what is the use of simple past tense here? The work, the action, whatever we do, the work here, verb show us our action in a sentence. Verbs are action word. Verb help us to tell the action. Whatever we do the action and the work we do here, that already finished by us. The work is already finished by the subject here. To show these things during the times of speaking, the work is already finished by us. To show this thing, we utilize here a simple past tense here. Then verb, here we have to remind, or we must have to by heart the past forms of the verb, because verb is most important here. Whatever the change occurred in a verb here, so we have to by heart the past forms of the verb here. And some keyword here like yesterday, before, long long ago, once upon a time, and last night, last week. Such words are help us to understand the simple past tense better here. Okay, thank you.